You were married recently or had a baby recently?
Yep, got married in March and appreciate that.
What for you? What do you look most forward to this season, whether that's for you or the team in general?
I think as a team to be able to come and play together as a whole. We talked about it for so long now. It's now time to put it in perspective and see it come to light. For me personally, I mean it's I'm worried about just trying to be the best Derrick Brown I could be on the field. Whether that's in a different role or just being able to do things that help my team out from my perspective.
Derek, what does having Matt Ioannidis do to help you out? I know you had Daquan last year and KK in your first year, but what does he do differently from those two guys that you can pick and bring?
Man, I mean, every one of those guys has something different about them. Whether it just be like, the little mementos here and there that, I get from them. It's just, guys that have had that experience in the league and me being able to, just feed off that and, take this into year 3 with me and, try to put together the best season I've had since I've been here.
Talked a little bit about your leadership and maybe some improvements in that area for you as far as your leadership. Can you speak on that and where you've seen your growth maybe as a leader on this team?
Yeah, I mean, I waited 3 years now. So, I've sat in the room behind the old guys, long enough, I feel like. So now I feel like, it's time for me to step up and, take on that role. And, it's not something I take lightly. I mean, I come in every single day this offseason, try to focus, not try to, let's say lead by voice every time, but lead by example. So, I mean, that's how I'm approaching this year and further on.
He also said you leaned up. What kind of weight loss did you hit?
I had a lot of weight loss. I didn't enjoy myself this much on vacation as I did last year, but I try to get back down to the 320s, man. That's where I want to play at. I feel like that's where my best is, and just going forward, that's the weight I want to play at. That's where I want to be.
Was that more so for the wedding or for football?
No, I did. No, I'm not gonna say I did. I didn't want to be too thick in the suit, but it was one of those things where. I lost weight for that, but I mean, just the whole goal was, my wife. We didn't even take a honeymoon. She, I told her, I want to focus on, training, and she's right there in my corner. So, that's what we do. But now she gonna want one next year, so we're gonna have to take it next year.
Are you approaching this season with a little more edge then, or is this kind of like a pivotal season for? I know every season is important, but how are you approaching this season maybe differently than previous ones?
I wouldn't say I'm approaching it differently. I say, I'm taking on the leadership role, but also at the same time, it's the next season. It's the most important because it is the next season. And, if, you start thinking about too much going in the future, then you get a lot of problems right now. So I'm trying to avoid that and just take everything I have right now and just keep pushing myself with it.
Are you 320 currently, and what did you play at the first 2 years?
I was 325 my first year, played at 330 last year, and then back down 25 this year.
You're at 25.
Yeah.
You said, but that doesn't seem like a lot of difference, but is that 5-10 pounds? Did you feel it last year?
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. It's a lot harder to get it off than put it on, I'll tell you that much. So, just through the offseason, focusing on the things that I lacked in. I'm powerful and strong, but that also brings on its own bit of problems through it. But going into the off season, I had a plan, and I've stick to the plan and just trying to be consistent with it every single day.
What have your initial thoughts been of Coach Pasqualoni?
Love Coach P and the way he coaches, man. He spends a lot of time on the technique, and I mean, it's not much hitting you can do right now. It's like simulation wise for us, so because we're in helmets and shorts, but. I mean, being able to get that bag work in and seeing those keys right now, it'll pay dividends in the fall.
How is it kind of eating clean as a newlywed? Like, did you have to get your wife to sign up for the same kind of diet?
Oh yeah, so well, she does her own thing, and the kids kind of eat what I eat. So, I try to eat clean 5 days out of the week, but my weekends that's my weekends. I refuse to go cold turkey, and I told my wife that too. I might gain a little weight between Friday and Sunday, but on Monday I'll be all right.
Do you think if you're at 320, like kind of see a little more explosiveness out of you? I mean, you made plenty of plays your first 2 years, but kind of maybe even take it up another notch?
I don't think the weight has to do with it. I mean, I think the mindset, for taking the next step, and just kind of getting back to some of the things I did in college, and my roots from college, and about just never being tired, just trying to hustle everywhere, you know, get to where I can be to make an impact, and you know, just keep doing those things.
So where do you and the kids go on Saturdays then?
I got the grill at home. I don't gotta go nowhere.
I didn't know if there was a go-to that you all.
Now my kids actually love Chick-fil-A, so Daddy Chicken Nuggets is usually what I hear on. Usually we off on Fridays, so I take my son to school on Friday morning.
Yeah.
But when he first wakes up, is Daddy Chicken Nuggets. So we get Chick-fil-A in the morning.
Is that your cheat meal today?
You know, when the kids want it, I get it. But I'm a barbecue guy. You know, I'd rather throw a rack on the grill and you know sit around all day and watch it cook. So
You do your own rub or sauce or anything?
I dabble a little bit in it, but you know,
You got
I'm
a
a barbecue.
smoker or just traditional grill?
I'm a smoker.
Does anybody have good barbecue around here that you like?
Man, I don't know. I don't get out much because like during the week, you know, we eat the meals that's cooked, and you know, it's I don't even know, man. Like we eat what's around our house, so.
You all good?
Derrick, is this time you talk about being in helmet and shorts and that sort of thing and no hitting? How hard is it for a player that in the game of football you guys are always crashing and banging and hitting and everything else? How is this a good time, a boring time? You know, in terms of just trying to get yourself ready for the season. I know you got to do a lot of mental reps and all the technique and everything, but how do you guys just kind of get through this? Because it seems like it would be on the outside just a long and tedious process just to get through the summer.
I mean, man, it's so much technique learning right now that I mean, like you said, like you think it's long and tedious, but this is truly where it starts because Coach P always says like you want to be ahead of the 8 ball by the time you get to camp. So he doesn't want to focus on the little stuff. By the time we get to camp, we want to be on the ball rolling. And we're just doing stuff now. Even the drills that we're doing now, it's going to be able to take into the month of us being off, being able to train on our own and get together and be able to do these drills. The one thing that I enjoy right now, it's about a time of effort and technique. I mean, the guys that make a lot of plays in the NFL, you see that's 100% what they play with. So I mean, when the pads get on, it creates a different nature. But at the same time, like right now, it's so important to focus on this because if you lose focus on this, then everything else becomes 10 times harder because it's almost like you're restarting when you get to camp.
Where was the wedding?
We got married in Chateau Lawn down in Braselton, Georgia.
Yeah. Had you planned it for a while? I mean, did you
Yeah.
have to do much of planning?
I didn't do much planning. My wife took care of most of that. I spent a lot of time in football season, so I mean, I didn't get to do much with it.
And then did Jonathan say you had a second child now?
Yeah, I got a little girl, so my son Kai and then my daughter Kinsley.
What's her name?
Kinsley.
When was she born?
My rookie year, actually right before the Arizona game.
I had just got the life moments mixed up.
No, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, DB.
Congrats, man.
Appreciate it.